Dia de los Muertos is a celebration of life, remembering our loved ones that lived life with us in the living is a very special time. And so we want to remember the loved ones that have passed, but we also want to remember the life that we're living now. I first started getting interested in makeup and doing these intricate designs about 30 years ago. As a native Texan, I am a third generation Mexican American. And so Day of the Dead is very important to us. And so these designs have always been part of my life. I can remember doing Dia de los Muertos makeup since I was a little boy. I really loved painting on my sisters, on my mother, and on my family. I remember painting them as skeletons, actually flowers on their faces, painting different types of leaves and just different types of images just to kind of give them the look of the Day of the Dead, which is so important. Most importantly in the Dia de los Muertos tradition is the calavera. So that's going to be black and white. The colors represent life and the memory of the vibrancy of the loved one that you're remembering. So adding blues and greens and yellows and those basic primary colors is a representation of this life. And so we use those colors on top of the calavera to make sure that we represent that person's life. We use this makeup to celebrate the person's life because we are remembering them in hopes that their spirit joins us on that day. So using this makeup is very different than Halloween because we're trying to emulate the person that we're remembering. So if we are a calavera, a skeleton face, then they wouldn't be apt more to join us because we are part of the afterlife and remembering them. So that's what's most important about that look. We are going to achieve a very simple Dia de los Muertos look today. I'm creating a sunken eye, just like a skull, like our skeleton head. So I'm creating this with a dark black. This is real important to make sure that you do the makeup all the way around the waterline and all the way around the eye. Doing this type of makeup reminds me of my family, and it always brings back great memories. A lot of people think about death in different ways, and this is a wonderful way to remember people that have gone and celebrate them in this life. Now I'm chiseling out the nose like you would see in a skull. I love to do eyebrows, so I always like to give my calaveras a little eyebrow, because eyebrows are so important, not only in this life, but in the afterlife. Skulls always have an amazing cheekbone that we always want to sculpt out. So we always want to take that cheekbone and sculpt it out. And then I take it and I just kind of smoke through just to give it a little hollowness. I like to look at the overall look and then go back and see if I need to do more. And it looks like I can do a little bit more around her eyes, just a little bit more, just to create more of a skull-like look. How do you tell the difference between the boy skull and the girl skull? You actually add lashes. This one in particular is a black and white calavera, so we are really representing death itself. And so we represent death as a wonderful spirit that comes into this life to take us to the next. I use the shape of the client's face and how beautiful her shape is, and just work along her shape to make sure that we show off her structure. And she's got such beautiful structure already. But I want to accentuate it with making sure that it's more of a skeleton look. Now we just kind of smoothed out some of the lines in here with some just regular eyeshadow powder, but we added the accessories, and that's so important with this, is making sure that we make sure that the hair is done, that the accessories are done, and I think she looks amazing. Now if you want to create more of a festive look, we've actually bejeweled my good friend Lily. So if you have trouble creating or painting your own face, you can actually purchase temporary tattoos that you can apply on your face yourself and actually jewel it like we did here for a more festive look. We're actually going to adorn this look with more glitter so it looks even more festive. So adding these small little details really personalize the sugar skull look, and it really creates a really beautiful look for the wearer. People really get entranced with just the smallest detail of glitter and glitz and using light to really represent this sugar skull for Day of the Dead. The Dia de los Muertos look has evolved over the years, especially with the advent and the release of Coco, the animated movie, to show more jewels and more glitz, more glam. Of course, the roses that we've added to her head is very Frida Kahlo, and of course, all the jewelry that she has celebrates life and the passion and the wonderful colors that we have in this world. With the first look being more traditional, this look is more festive, more floral, more colorful.